Hello. We're back in Final Fantasy 13. Now, it's been a couple weeks since we've recorded it, but not since I played it, because I decided, that I would level grind a lot before we proceeded with the story. Mostly because this is where the game kind of opens up, and we have that ability to actually run around and grind. So we're going to continue. There's no game scientist. I am John on the sticks. Connor is not on the sticks. And it's Final Fantasy 13. Last we were here, we landed in Pulse, and we got Alexander, Hope's Eidolon, and we are going towards one of the villages, I believe, that are down here in Pulse. And we have a lot of area we have not explored. Again, I did a lot of level grinding off camera. So at this point, everyone has their main roles fully maxed out. And any kind of additional CP we're just going to throw into... I might just save, actually, because I think we're going to reach a part where it gives me... It expands the Crystarium again. But I've been running with Lightning Fang Hope in a kind of not the best one I have currently, or best run I have currently. And okay, and that's Connor.
Here, I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here. They turn it up though. I don't know why you're so quiet.
I don't either, because I'm
not you. The game's quiet. I think I might have turned it. I think I might have turned it down when we were just casually hanging out at one point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably when I was like streaming something else.
It's probably like Drop Duchy or something.
Or the altars. I don't know, but yeah. So most battles are not going to be. Oh, that's a lot of CP. That was 3,000 for like a fairly short fight. Hold on. I should have been training here. Well, shit. Whatever. I spent a good like 10 hours doing some level grinding. Yeah, but this I think is the longest chapter simply because it opens up and lets you do a lot of exploring on the side. So it'll be interesting to see how far we get. Come on, Hope. Don't be a bitch. Okay.
Hardly worth the effort.
Damn, I should have been fighting these things. 3,500 each hit. Okay, I don't like that the camera rotates as I run around. The mini map I don't care that much about it rotating, but the main map should stay the same. But that being said, Square Enix really struggled with the transition to like maps and open world and shit like that.
Yeah, because the first one was just like, or the first few were just like, it was a giant map. You just like run around with a tiny little sprite, right? Like there wasn't really a map per se, right? Okay.
Yeah, and even games like Final Fantasy X that first introduced the mini map, it was just a static map. A static mini map. You couldn't even open like a big map. Will that aggro me? I'm not gonna fuck with that. I'm not ready for that yet. And really 12 is when you can open up a big map. I already fought these guys. Yeah, 12 is the first one where you can open like a big map. And that one did it kind of okay. 13 kind of went backwards a little bit. I think 15 kind of went in a better direction. Which, man, I wonder if I want to play 15 again. Just to, like, see if I would feel differently about it after time has passed, and I kind of think about it outside of the hype I had for it originally. To be more neutral and actively critical about it. Because I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit of like a Final Fantasy 15 like apologist.
Yeah, a 15 apologist.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be what I thought it was gonna be. Those trailers had me so excited. And like that game just had some of the worst development problems you could have. I already did this. Okay. I'm not gonna fuck with 2 behemoths. I did my level grinding. I did my time. Now, some would argue you would level grind all the other non-main role Mysteriums, which I say to you, no, we will not be doing that. Dude, what the fuck? Why are there so many behemoths? Leave me alone. Fuck. Is it 2? Fuck. Okay. This might be a problem.
It's a behemoth king.
Yeah.
It's not just a behemoth. Here, I'm gonna step away for just a second.
Yeah, I definitely need a buff and whatnot. Yeah. One behemoth in this game is not as much of an issue, especially if we can preemptive strike them and stagger them right away. But
I'm sorry, what did you say? I stepped away for a second. I don't know if you were talking to the...
It was a general. I'm gonna talk to everyone. One behemoth isn't so much an issue, especially if you can get like a preemptive on them. 2 behemoths becomes a problem because you are just struggling to do enough damage before he pulls off his sword and then regens all his health. So I'm kind of going for like a go for broke approach where, well, actually, Fang's doing pretty good damage on one of them. Yeah, so here he is. He's going to start pulling out his sword and then regen all his health. There it is. Though, I'm surprised, knock on wood, that the other one's not really aggroing as much as I thought it would. Like, it's attacking Hope, but not to the degree I was thinking it would. I do wish I was building stagger on this one a bit faster. Actually, let's heal up. And kind of go, we'll do that. I mean, lightning's not going to do strictly nearly as much damage, but if Fang is going to tank everything, I can whittle down this one's health. And I know someone on the internet's going to be like, you did this wrong. I am aware.
You did it imperfectly.
I never claimed to be an expert on any video game.
Yeah.
So shame on you for setting yourself up for disappointment. Okay, now we can just wail on this guy. I mean, it'll still pull its sword out before I can stagger it or kill it, but at least we can focus. And only need to change up to heal.
Does it like pull its sword out after it gets to a certain health?
I believe so. I think once it gets to like 2/3, at least half to 2/3 is when it will start pulling. Yeah, right. Which won't be an issue because I will be able to stagger it. And it doesn't seem that interested in attacking Fang that hard. Or anyone, really.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of building up the stagger. And I even thought maybe I should do double commando because Fang's doing decent damage on her own, just hitting it. Just keep her healthy. There we go. I mean, that's a good chunk of C. Oh, I got 5 stars on that? Cool. Okay. I run along the... Oh, that's... I'm not even supposed to go here. God damn it.
No.
I thought it was a path forward. It is not. Oh my god. Okay. Just hug the wall. I'm mostly just wanting to progress. Because again, I did all the level grinding I could.
You're running into another... Oh, unless it lets you jump down? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. It's like, hold on. The map is ending. But it is not.
I don't even want to fuck with the admin toys right now. They will destroy me.
Those giant, like, Brachiosaurus looking things?
Yeah. That's this game's admin toys, which is like a Final Fantasy mainstay in terms of like enemies you encounter.
Oh, okay. I don't think they had any of those in 16.
Really? You know, I'll fight
Maybe.
this one. 1 isn't hard to fight. 2 is when it gets annoying. And so long as I start like with buffing myself, we're not gonna take much damage.
Here. Eat this. Eat this.
I'm just waiting for Hope to finish doing bravery. There we go. And we're gonna just go at it. And actually, let's do double commando. Let's see how that will go in terms of like just taking the health down.
Yeah. I know these are released at very different times, and it probably won't have any crossover, but it's just like... Gravity's a mean mother, huh?
Yeah. Okay. I took its health down quite a bit, but so not quickly enough before it did stupid sword resurrection thing. Sword healing. Heal Fang really quick. And we'll go back to double commando. There we go. Another Final Fantasy I would like to revisit, and maybe you might enjoy it, and I've said this before, would be 12. And I assume one of us is going to revisit Tactics when that remaster comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, I
100%.
I definitely want to grab it. That would be one though that, you know, honestly, that might be one I want to look at, like actually charting out, doing a proper like review type video where maybe we capture some gameplay here and there, but like I'm primarily playing it and we don't necessarily, maybe we do some streams, but I don't think that would be one that would work very well for recording.
Okay, we're gonna fuck the behemoth up because that's the one I'm like worried about. Actually, one thing I don't like is that when it's double commando and you have multiple enemies, the commandos don't auto-target the same enemy. If there's multiple enemies, if it's just one enemy, it does. Which is kind of frustrating, but okay. Now what's this freak's deal? Okay.
Keep a cool head.
Because the nice thing about this guy was that the behemoth was doing pretty decent damage to it as well.
New strategy.
There we go. Okay.
Look at them go at it.
All right. Cutscenes.
Troy Baker.
There's a way through here.
Yucking it up.
Who's also in Date Everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, guys, I fucking love that game.
Hold on.
Yes,
Why
Connor.
was that a cutscene?
I couldn't tell you.
There's a way through there. Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Maybe they just wanted to show off Troy Baker's voice. Who knows?
I mean,
Well, to be honest, he was not as big of a I say household, but like gaming household name at this point. He definitely was big in like anime, but like
okay.
he was not.
I'm like
ubiquitous to the gaming world quite yet.
I was like, I don't think he's still a household name.
Yeah, and by household, I very really mean the gaming world household.
I know.
And there is something to be said about like, oh, there's too much Troy Baker in the world, and yes, that's true. I will also blame a lot of like
Places like this.
casting directors and whatnot not actually using his range well, because he has a lot of range in what he can do. People don't use it. Okay, I actually have to do deeper on me.
You looking at me?
Honestly, I could probably do. Oh yeah, these guys are nothing. We're gonna do double Ravager because I feel like we'll be able to go through them quickly. There we go. Connor, how do you feel about the JRPG trend of like level grind, like huge difficulty spike, then you level grind, and then you destroy the final boss with fair ease? Like,
I mean, I have mixed feelings because I don't really like level grinding anymore. It's just that I have too much in my life to do it enough.
Fair.
And I will say, I think, this is where I think that Expedition 33 did a good job with how they broke things down. Like even though technically you were doing some grinding, it was never like you never felt it was real tedious, I guess. Whereas,
well, yeah, because some of the battles could go very quickly if you were like really good with your parrying and your skill use.
Right, and like just you got a lot of experience typically. Like if you were, as long as you weren't in like one of the first areas.
Yeah.
If you were in a competent area, at least, like not too high, but like, and you could even shoot a little above your weight if you were good at parrying or dodging, and get a lot of experience. So, because you could basically take no damage if you're good at the mechanics.
Yeah.
And then you get a decent experience. So you never felt like it was just a chore to level up, I guess is how I would put it. Whereas, like, well, this game a little bit. I haven't played it, but I can kind of tell that does kind of happen a little bit.
I mean, you're watching along and paying attention enough that you can kind of surmise.
Yeah. And because you get to a point where it's like the enemies aren't giving you that much experience or that much, whatever they call it, the points to
the points.
Your ability
we just
level
call it
up.
the points. Yeah.
But I remember first having that feeling sometime in college. This probably would have been like 2012, 2013-ish, where they just blew themselves up. I tried to play Pokemon at some point. I can't remember which one. It might have been like Fire Red or something. It was one of the early ones.
Right.
And I just was annoyed. Like, and I played through Pearl, I think, at some point in college. And I remember, and I still think this is true, Pearl is way too easy. No, it was Diamond I played. I didn't play Pearl. Did I play Diamond or Pearl?
That's how I feel about any Pokemon game. I feel like they're too easy.
And I might feel the same about the originals now. I don't know that they're like hard, but like they had more challenge early on. I really think that's true. Maybe I was just smarter when I played Pearl, and that's why. But like I remembered them being a little more challenging, and even like towards the end of high school. But also you had to do grind. There were points in the game you'd have to grind quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And like as a kid, it's like, okay, this is like maybe one of 3 to 5 games I'm gonna play in the year. So, and like I'm just a kid, so like I have to do homework and go to school, but like once that's all done, I have all the time in the world to do this.
Yeah, like
I was also like kind of a bit of a loner kid. Like I didn't do a lot of things out of the house with
I didn't either
like,
until senior year of high school, honestly. Yeah.
So it's like I would mostly be playing games or watching shows or something if I was at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or reading, as the case may be. But it's, I don't know. It just, now I go back to it and I'm like, I just don't want to do this.
Yeah. And I do think a lot of JRPGs have started, there's a modern adaptation or a modern like adaptation or changes. Prior, a lot of games would not, only the people in your active party would get the experience, right? Whereas like now Expedition 33 does this, Pokemon has done it for a while. I don't remember
break a sweat.
the remake series for Final Fantasy does this, I believe, but I don't remember so much about 15. 13 does this, thank God. Oh, what did I walk into? Okay, I guess boss fight that I wasn't aware was gonna happen.
Time for another approach.
Which was shared experience, right? Like inactive party members still get experience, which helped a lot with modern games and level grinding. is like I don't want to level grind and have to like basically do it twice for every party member, because that was part of the problem. Is like you would have to do it twice because
for which one? Sorry, I missed the name of the game.
Like a lot of older games, like a lot of older Final Fantasies, whoever, if they're not in your active party, they do not get experience points at all.
Yeah.
So you would have to effectively go through and level grind twice.
That's a quality of life thing they improved. I do think Expedition 33 gave less experience if they're not in your active party.
But it's still like experience, right? Like that's the important part.
It's similar to that item you could get in Pokemon where you apply it and they
like experience
they
share.
Weren't fighting.
Yep.
Yeah, experience share. Which is also part of what Pokemon frustrated me. I forgot about that, but yeah, that was a thing in the early games at least. I don't know if they fixed that in the newer ones, but like part of the level grind frustration was you would have to like make sure that you're switching your primary, your party order a bit, because like otherwise even the 6 you're having like won't be like if they're not actually fighting enemies, they won't be getting experience.
Yeah, so you would often like what I would tend to do if I caught something that was really low level, I would tend to just have it start the fight, but then immediately do an attack and then immediately swap it out. For that reason of, we can't launch? Okay. Then stop doing the launch animation. What are we doing? Oh, I should probably heal after this round.
Keep the enemy off balance.
I'm kind of upset about, but I feel like I'm wasting the stagger.
Change of plan.
Yeah. Oh well. Okay. So I feel like this is an optional boss.
Do you think so?
It feels like it. I mean, granted, it's been 2009, 2010, so like 15 years since I played this game.
Yeah.
So it could be I'm just not remembering. But also, this isn't on the main path, so that makes me... That's why I'm like, oh, this feels like an optional boss then. And then...
Keep the enemy off balance. Thanks. Time for another approach.
Okay. I just wish we could have what's it called? Launched him, because that would have done a lot of damage. Oh, apparently we can. Well, why didn't that work the last time? Okay, whatever. Trying to like stagger their combos up for that. And then Hope should, there we go. Okay. I was like, and Hope should be able to keep him in the air. Weirdly enough, there's some like Devil May Cry like DNA there where like you keep trying to juggle them forever. Okay. Weird alternate boss there. Okay. These guys aren't too bad. Can I get a preemptive? Nope. Okay. Fine. They're all weak enough that I don't feel like I need the preemptive.
Break a sweat.
I'm gonna have so much stuff to level up with once they expand my Therium again.
Time for another approach.
Alright. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing on by. Gravity's a mother.
Not gonna be lonely.
What is this freak? Oh, okay. Okay, so we gotta take care of this big guy because he's just gonna summon more. There we go.
Hardly worth the effort.
Okay, I need to remember that for next time, as those big guys will summon more. Is there a cutscene for No to say it's this way?
A Gran Pulse Falsi made this path.
Yep.
No, you have to end the scene there.
I bet it's up digging more tunnels right now.
Sorry, I don't know why that bothered me so much.
From all the Falsi we've seen on Cocoon, you know? It's like they just plow through, without caring what happens around them.
That's true. Then again, we were able to build our village on land cleared by Falsi.
It actually, I will
Stop
say, it
being
probably was more.
racist, Hope.
Just like you do on Cocoon.
Oh yeah.
It was probably harder,
In a world this
more
big,
annoying on older
who knows
hardware
what
though,
we'll find.
because like if you're having to load a cutscene just for that.
Yeah, that would be rough. But dude, I'm like not low-key, I'm hyped to play Breath of the Wild again. Like, again, I won't
Yeah.
obsessively play it like I do newer games,
Forward march.
but I am excited to play it kind of like a, oh, this was really how it was meant to be played situation. All right, that's a new place, so we're gonna end the episode there, and then we'll continue from here, make our way through, see if there's a cutscene of Snow telling us where to go next time. Later,
Next time.
skaters.